that was a really amazing moment for us too, because seeing our name on the Etihad Stadium was, of course, it's and I'm also really proud to say that we have been on the Etihad Stadium in one way or the other in that regards. So the journey has been great, and the journey has been amazing too.
Hello everyone, this is Tanmay and I welcome you to this episode of Fan Club India. In today's episode, I have two guests from the supporters towards the first official supporters club of Man City in India. So I have two guests, Shrikant and Irfan from Man City Kerala supporters club. So I'd like to welcome you guys. How are you guys? How are you, Shrikant?
Great.
Irfan.
Great, thanks for having us. How are you? Good,
bro. Thank you for joining me. So guys, let's get on to the basics. Why we are all here. We love football, and everyone has their own story. So how you guys started following football? How you guys started following Man City? Starting with you,
Irfan. Okay, so my story is super short and simple. Okay, my love for football, I think it was clearly through my brothers. I have three elder brothers, especially my third brother was really into football. He's a huge fan of Chelsea, and he never misses a match. So of course, in my childhood, I was always exposed to one or two matches here and there, and that's how I started watching football, and that's how I was exposed to Premier League. And for your second question, how did I start supporting Man City? I mean, when you always hear that question, you feel that sarcasm, So, like, how did you become a Man City fan?
Everyone.
And I always, exactly. So I always mold my answers in a way that I defend myself. I talk about specific players, talk about specific moments. But I want to be honest here. Okay, to extremely honest here. So what happened actually was I started watching football with my brother, as I said. And even from that moment, I had something against Man United. Okay, like something. It was maybe it was mostly because most of my friends were Man United fans, and they were always bragging about Man United, or because they were winning everything. So what actually happened was I actually remember two comments of Sir Alex Ferguson. First one was small club, small mentality when we signed. We signed Tevez. And then of course, noisy neighbors in 2009. So of course I was interested in these noisy neighbors who was irritating Man United so much, right? That's how I started watching Man City. But then everything was, from that moment, it was like, like really rapid. In 2010, I think we signed Mancini first. The summer of 2010 was huge with Yaya Toure,
David
Silva. Yes, of course. And then from that moment, that's the starting point, right? But then again, I can pinpoint two exact moments where it actually sealed. The first one will be the 2011 FA Cup semis with Man United. The 1-0 victory against Man United with Yaya Toure goal. That was special. And of course, the final nail in the coffin for, most of us is always the Aguero moment, right? And that was the moment which actually moved from loving the club because I love the club and not because I hate Man United. So from that moment, I never had to look back. And that's my story in a nutshell.
That was a very interesting story. So what about you, Shrikant? What's your story?
Okay, my story is also something similar. So being a Keralite, football is in my blood, basically. So initially I used to watch only the national team games. Basically I'm an Argentina fan. Then nearly in 2008 or something, I have read the news that an owners from people from Abu Dhabi has brought a team called Manchester City. So that is how I got the attention about Manchester City. Then I started watching their games slowly, and gradually I fall in love with the club, because I know since we had players from Argentina like Aguero, Tevez and all, it was very easy for me to fall in love with Manchester City. So that is how I became a Manchester City fan. So and the other thing is, we were playing some scintillating football. So that is the pick of it. So that's how it is.
Right, right. That was a great answer. So, guys, you were the first official Man City supporters club in India. So, how you guys came up with the idea that there should be a supporters club in India? Like, how you guys started being one group of Man City supporters? What would you say, Ifan bhai?
Right. Okay. As Srigan suggested, football is in the blood of Kerala, right? So we always had a really strong and really large football communities, like digital communities, be it WhatsApp or Facebook. So all of us, like when we start watching football, what we first do is we join these communities, right? It's not a specific fan community. It's just a community of people who love football.
Right.
So when you join those company or those communities, you meet other people who love football, who you talk with them, you interact with them, you debate with them, you know. So that is how actually it all started, right? So we had one community called Premier League Fans Kerala, and our initial members, our core members, were part of that community. And it was in 2014 from that community. Our one of our founding members, his name is Insaf. So he had this idea of forming one community just for City, and he started this group. And that was just with what 20 members, Srikant? I think it was
Wow.
15 to 20 members when they started.
Wow.
And then we grow slowly, right? And from that 20 members we go slowly, and by the end of 2014 itself we had around 50 or members. And also it's really important at this point to mention some name, because that's one thing about Citizens Kerala. We are not a one-man effort. It's been always a collective effort, right? So I have to mention some names, especially our first core committee members. Srikant was there, of course. Then Jafar, Ismail, Jasim, and then there was Shahrukh. Of course, his role was also really important in this. And yeah, how we moved to the idea of a official supporters club is actually because in 2015, like when we already developed to a really strong group of passionate fans, we had a really strong bond between us too. Okay. So we had also this will to move beyond a group of fans who just sit and watch football together to a group of really passionate community, just
Right.
passionate fans who does something for the society, right?
Right,
Who is
right,
in the
right.
society, who exists for the society.
Right.
And also through that we wanted to make a strong representation of the club we love, that's Man City in Kerala. And for that, we realized what we need is an umbrella, right, of an organization, right? And then it was also in 2015, our other founding member, Jasim, he joined us, and he was residing in actually Abu Dhabi at that point, and he used to join these screenings of Abu Dhabi Blues, who was the Abu Dhabi's official supporters club,
Right.
and that's how he met with these guys, and then he got the contact of the supporters club. He familiarized himself with the procedures, and then it was a collective effort. We all worked together, and I think it was after 1 year in 2016 March, we got this great news, of that, and also being the first supporters club in India. It's always really huge, right? We had this sense of, I had no shame to say, we had this sense of pride, like we were
Right.
like, this pride. And
Right.
for the first few members, the growth has been really special, right? Because we have seen that. For us, the first screenings were around 5 to 10 people, and then we grew slowly to 35 to 50 members was there when we initially celebrated the news. That was in 2016. And now we are even a huge community of around 400 to 500 members.
Wow.
Who are really active in the community. So in a way, the real principle behind Citizens Kerala is a group of people who loves the club, but the cause of our existence is, the community to provide as much for the community.
Right.
So that's our story in a nutshell.
Yeah. So you said there should be a sense of pride, and you should have, because we were, thank you. It encouraged us that there should be a more and more official supporters club with Man City, and I guess there are 10 or more Man City supporters club right now, and you were the first one, so thank you for that. Man City.
We also have like
yeah.
When we talk about this, we also have a really special moment to share. I should share that too, because I think it was also in 2016, because that was another moment of pride for us, because that was the time when we were actually represented in the Etihad Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Because in 2016, it was also the first season of Guardiola, right? So City was rebranding the whole stadium. And you remember the spiral stairs across around. Yes, exactly. So they were rebranding that stairs with the names of official supporters club, and we were really curious because we were being official in March, and this was happening in September. So it was just a gap of 4 months. So we were not sure that we will be there or not. And so we reached out to this guy. His Twitter handle is Ginger Week. So he's from Manchester. And yeah, we just texted him, this is happening. Can you just go and look for us? And he was so nice that he went and he looked for us. He found the name, of course, and then he sent the picture for us. That was a really amazing moment for us too, because seeing our name on the Etihad Stadium was, of course, and I'm also really proud to say that we have been on the Etihad Stadium in one way or the other in that regards. So the journey has been great, and the journey has been amazing too.
I remember.
Irfan, just adding to your point, actually, we have a couple of members in.
Yes.
Tanmay?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I meant is, we have a group of people who are based in UK, and they actually go for the matches regularly. So that is our presence in UK. So
we also have a presence in what was the series All or Nothing Amazon.
Oh wow! So
we are everywhere. We are everywhere.
That's so good to know. You said about that.
Imagine one of our members is holding the CityzensKerala badge and being in the Amazon Prime.
I remember that picture of the Kerala OSC name on the Etihad. I remember retweeting that picture. I don't know who posted that picture, but I retweeted that. I still remember that night. So Man City Kerala is very active when it comes to social activities. So I would like to know more about that. So Shrikant bhai, would you like to shed some light on it?
Yeah, sure. So being a supporters club, we are always there for the society. We understand that it is important for us to contribute to the society. So we have done many activities, but there are a couple of activities that we have decided that we are not going to make any publicity out of it. So I'll just go through a couple of activities that we think some of the milestones that we have achieved. So basically, the first one comes we have a football team called Kovalam FC in Kerala. So basically, it was formed in 2016 or something. Basically, with the intention that the people who are living in the coastal area, so they have formed this team for the people over there. So they have teams participating in various levels. So we have sponsored the under 12 teams of theirs, and we have sponsored the kit and all those things. And they have won many competitions with that. So that is the first thing. And the second one is also something that is centric to the children again, and that is basically sponsoring another team in Kerala. So we have a school called Nadakav Girls HSS. So it is a school which has more than 120 years of history to tell us. So we were so privileged to sponsor their kids, and they have won the state level competition. And after that, they have represented the whole Kerala in the Subrato Cup and played in the nationals by wearing the KeralaCitizensKerala sponsored jersey. So that was the milestones in terms of this social media initiatives.
Great. That's so good to hear. Like you guys are promoting football also with activities. That's so great. So guys, let's come down to this season. What are your thoughts on this season? Like how has City performed? If something went right, something went wrong. How would you assess the season? Starting with you, Irfan bhai.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, right? Is the season bad? I don't think so. I mean, we already won a cup. We are in the semis of FA Cup. We are in the quarterfinals, almost in the quarterfinals of no, I shouldn't be. We are in the pre-quarters of of the Champions League,
Yeah.
and also when you look at the Premier League, we are the most scoring team. We have the most clean sheets. But it's something with the basics, like even when you look at the games we just lose by the finest of margins. It's either we perform really well, like we always do more than 3 or 4, or we perform really, really bad, right? The things that we miss is the things like the 1-0 victories, the 2-1s, right? The 1-0s, the last minute goals.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have been bad this season. It's something with the basics that we lost. We just fell from magnificent to brilliant. I mean, we are still a brilliant team, and Liverpool had been magnificent last season, and they're still magnificent this season. All credit goes to them. I mean, yeah, they completely deserve the trophy, but it's not fair to say that we are having a bad season. So season is still going on. It's still to finish, and if we win the Champions League, I mean, this could be a best season, the most successful season for us if we win the Champions League. So yeah, I mean, more to look forward to, and let's see what happens.
What would you like to add to it, Shrikant bhai?
Yeah, same thing here also, Tanmay. So I think the lack of consistency has been the problem for us in this season. So I wouldn't say that this season was not. Was that bad, but we. In the Premier League, it is so difficult to win back-to-back titles. So we have done it already, and I don't think it is that easy to win it 3 times in a row. So we have finished second, I would say, and then we have already won a cup. Then we are into two more competitions. So I would say this season is good. Then consistency has been the problem. Then we had problems with a couple of injuries, like earlier on, Laporte got injured, then Sané got injured, then now in an important situation, Aguero is getting injured. So that's the thing. Like like Irfan said, we missed the 1-0 victories, 2-1 wins. So it's that. I think we'll come back more stronger in the next years. We have
also
a very good team.
To add to that, Tanmay, I mean, when we look back at this season, I mean, when you look back at last match or the matches before, after the lockdown, I mean, we can see Garcia playing now. Foden is almost in that. That's the things we always wanted, right? I mean, one way or the other, it's happening now. So it's been a really, really good ride. I mean, okay, let's see. Guardiola knows that we really had a messy season now in Premier League, which means, of course, he's Guardiola. He's going to do something for next season. More to come back more stronger. So I think this is only going to help us to become more stronger, to come back really stronger and snatch it back from Liverpool. Let's hope for the best.
Let's hope for the best. So great, it was fun talking to you. Now let's just wrap up this episode by a game of trivia. I told you that I'll ask you the question on 16-17 season. So I hope you guys are prepared a little bit. It won't be that tough. But let's see who gets the win. So I'll ask 4 questions to each one of you. Every question will be worth 1 point. So I'll ask 1 question to Shrikant bhai, 1 question to Irfan bhai. So if the question of Shrikant bhai doesn't answer it correctly, then I'll go to Irfan bhai, and if Irfan bhai answers correctly, he'll get the point. So you can still score maximum 8 points, the 4 points of others and 4 points of your own. So this is going to be a very tricky game. So to be fair, I would like to do a toss. So I have a coin in my hand. So Irfan bhai, tell me in which hand I'm holding the coin, in my right or in my left?
What's your right and what's your left? In your right.
In my right or in my left? Which one would you like to?
In your right.
It is not in my right. So it's Shrikant bhai who won the toss. So Shrikant bhai, would you like to go first or would you like to go second?
I would like to go second.
Second, okay.
Sure.
So it is the first question for Irfan bhai. Okay. So it's regarding 16-17 season, all competitions. So who was the first signing of Pep Guardiola? So it was Pep's first season.
Gundogan.
First signing.
Gundogan.
It's Gundogan.
Okay.
Okay.
Gundogan.
So Shrikant bhai, is Irfan bhai right or you have another answer?
Oh, what's his answer?
He said Gundogan.
Gundogan.
Do you think he's right or you have another answer?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so Gundogan is correct answer. Irfan bhai, you get the point. It's 1-0 to Irfan bhai. So now the question gets little bit tricky, little bit tough, but it will be easy if you know it. So question for Shrikant bhai. Who scored for Man City in Man City's last FA Cup game that season?
FA Cup.
Last FA Cup game of Man City that season. Who scored for City in that game? It is a bit tricky question.
Is it Yaya Toure? I don't know. I don't know the answer.
You'll go with Yaya Toure. You'll go with Yaya Toure.
Yeah, Toure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irfan bhai, is he right? Or you have some another answer?
I have no clue. Can you tell me which game was it? Who was he playing?
Then that's the hint, man. How can I that will make it easy.
Okay. Okay.
Man City's last FA Cup game that season. Shrikant bhai, you can change the answer if you think you're not comfortable. If you think it's Yaya Toure, it's go with Yaya Toure. Irfan bhai, do you think he's right?
I would go with Sterling.
Sterling, okay, Sterling. So that match was against Arsenal. We lost in semi-final 2-1, and it was Sergio Aguero who scored that goal. It was Aguero.
Why didn't we say Aguero? Come on.
Aguero who chipped the goal to against Peter Cech. Okay, so now the score is 1-0 to Irfan bhai. Now the question goes to Irfan bhai. It is quite easy question. City's Carabao Cup ended against which team that season?
Ended against sorry.
City's Carabao
the
Cup
final was
City's Carabao Cup run ended against which team that season?
United.
United. Okay. Are you sure?
I'm not sure. Yes, I think Man City United. Yeah, I think United.
Shrikant bhai, you think Irfan bhai is right, or you have some another answer?
I think he is right. In case if it's not right, I would go with the Chelsea.
Okay, so Irfan bhai, you are right. It was United.
Yes.
It was the first game 1-0 at Old Trafford. So it's 2-0 to Irfan bhai. So now it is a question for Shrikant bhai. It is quite easy question. Leroy Sané scored his first goal for Man City against which team?
Leroy Sané. Is it United?
Are you sure?
I think it is a game. I think against United he made his debut. I don't know. I'll just go with United. I don't remember everything. I didn't get a chance to go back to that season and.
Okay, so United is the final answer.
Yeah, go with that.
Irfan bhai, is he right, or you have some other answer?
Stoke.
Okay. The correct answer is Arsenal 2-1. Remember that Kevin De Bruyne's long pass to Sterling in that game?
Oh, yes.
The first goal was scored by Leroy Sané. It was his first goal. Okay, so now the score is 2-0 to Irfan bhai. So now, next two questions. This is going to be, you have to guess the game. I'm going to tell you the score of the match.
Okay.
Who are the scorers for City? You have to tell me which game, who were the opponents, in short. So this is quite easy question, Irfan bhai. You have to get it right. It was in Champions League. City won 3-1. The goal scorer were Gundogan, Brace, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Barcelona.
What did you say?
Barcelona.
Shrikant bhai, is he right?
Yeah, that's correct. Every citizen remembers that game. Gundogan masterclass.
Of course, you never forget that game. That was.
We were there watching.
That was a defining moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were together in Kochi watching that game.
Yes. We had a screening.
So it is in Barcelona. So it is 3-0 to Irfan bhai. So now next question goes to Shrikant bhai. It is also easy question. You have to get it right. It was in Champions League. It was 5-3. Sterling, Aguero, Brace, Stones,
Monaco.
Irfan bhai, is he right?
Yes, of course. We were also there. We were crying after that, but it's a game we knocked out, right? Or it was after. It was
round of 16. Yeah.
I still remember I standing with Srikant outside the screening. What did just happen?
True. So Monaco is the correct answer. So now the score is 3-1 to Irfan bhai. Now the question for Irfan bhai. You'll get this right. You'll obviously get this. It was 2-1 away. Yaya Toure brace, which was the game.
Excuse me?
It was 2-1 away. Yaya Toure scored the brace.
It was West Brom or in the Premier League or?
Yeah, Premier League. It was in Premier League. 2-1 away. Yaya Toure scored a brace.
Yeah, I remember that game because it was his. Yeah, I remember.
sliding on his knees.
Scuffles, yes. Probably West. I would go with West Brom, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Shrikant bhai, if am I right or your other answer?
I'll go with Crystal Palace.
So the correct answer is Crystal Palace. Shrikant bhai has made a comeback. Shrikant bhai has
I
made a
still
comeback.
remember his celebration. He was, sliding on his knees.
Yeah.
That was his first game back or second game back?
First game after the return. So it is 3-2 to Shrikant bhai. Shrikant bhai made some, comeback.
Comeback 90.
So you have to draw the game. Now we have only one question left, so you can at least draw the game to save the defeat. So this is quite easy. You might get it. So the question for you is: it was in the Premier League, 2-1 away. Goal scorer was Kevin De Bruyne and Kelechi Iheanacho.
Man United.
Irfan bhai, is he right?
Yes, of course. Yeah, he's right. I should get the point too. So.
So it is Man United. So the score is 3-3. Sorry guys, I haven't prepared a tiebreaker question. Would you like me to prepare? I'll prepare it in a minute. I can.
No. We like to share. Yeah.
Okay.
We always be. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it is 3-3. Game is tight. So guys, it was really fun. Thank you so much for joining me. It was really fun. It was really fun talking to you guys. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Thank you for having us, and it was really great to share the experiences. Yeah.
Thank you, bros.
Nice programs, by the way.
Yeah. So guys,
thank you.
Stay safe, stay together, stay strong, and come on, City, guys. Bye.